Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures D-Day 0800 hours, turn 16. This will be part 4. For all the details, got to go back and watch the introduction video for this turn and pretty much just follow along. Last battle night was incredible. The Calliope, T-34 Calliope, the rockets, I think it killed 12 Germans, plus knocked the hotel down. Did a lot of damage to the bunker here with the Pack 40 in it. Incredible. And I think we're going to jump right into it. Get started. 916th Grenadiers, 1st and 2nd Platoon, defending Omaha Beach. 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A. And they have all received their order dice for this turn. The 2nd Rangers, Company C, 1st and 2nd Platoon. 1st Platoon on the far right flank, about up to the Crocodile Flamethrower Tank. And then starts 2nd Platoon. And then some heavy weapons. Here in the front is 1st Squad of the 116th Infantry, Company A, 1st Platoon. And the 116th stretches from there all the way to their heavy weapons on the far left flank. Over in the hedgerows, the 506th PIR pushing forward. Been battling it out for 16 turns now. Since 000 0 hours. And against the 1058 Grenadiers, the 1058 Grenadiers, 1 platoon from them, a platoon from the 6th Fallschirmjäger, and 3 armored vehicles from the 100th Panzer. Sixth Fallschirmjäger hold both bridges leading into Carentan and the river lock, which is open for this whole battle and has been flooding the green fields. Infantry advance only, no run, and no vehicles at all. The 2 brown fields are normal movement. And the 6th Fallschirmjäger also hold Carentan. Again, for all the details, unit positions, casualties, and objectives, who holds them, you'll have to go back and check out the introduction video and also follow along. And I believe the first dice for this turn we still have not gotten to yet. Germans have the first dice, but we are still working through all of the ambushes. So we'll get an ambush roll off here. Green dice, US. Brown dice, German. German ambush. German's first ambush of this evening will be 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon Sniper. Actually, that's 1st Platoon Sniper. He's got great. I mean, but this, now that the hotel has been destroyed. And actually, he's an NCO, so this sniper is going to also give out an order dice to the 1st Platoon MMG team next to him. He's going to have a great line of sight with that hotel being destroyed. So I think good old sniper. What do you think about here? Alright, sniper, he is going to go for the 116th Infantry, Third squad assistant leader, center screen. Pretty much single soldier, so tough to hit anyway. So we'll go for him. Looking for a 3. He gets the hit. Sergeant's hit. Looking to 4. Will be wounded. 5 or 6 dead. Just a pin. The sniper was also, he's a sergeant. He's going to pull an order dice, give it to the MMG team who's in the bunker with him. And that's first platoon's MMG. He's going to have 6 shots. And they're going to target these 3 soldiers from second squad, kind of in a row. BAR soldiers in the front. They will not get soft cover yet because only one of the 3 soldiers is against the low tide. I guess like a, was that low tide line? So it's going to be 3s, long range 4s, and beyond range 6s. Let me measure. I think it's past 36 inches though. Open fire. Needing 6s. 1 hit. Wounded on 4. Dead in 5 and 6s. Just that pin. Next ambush roll off. US. Oh shoot. I just remembered. Actually, I wasn't supposed to go into ambushes right away. I never finished this last time. It's so late. The Calliope was ordered to fire by the by the company commander of the Rangers. And that was one of his 3 order dice to the Calliope. And then he still has 2 left. Totally forgot. So all that I just did should not have happened. But too late to turn back. So we'll start up right here. And then we'll go on to a U.S. ambush order dice after we address what I should have already addressed. Okay, Captain of the Rangers. He is going to... I think he's going to give these 2 dice to some of these soldiers up here who are getting shot up, and let's try to get them. Although then the company commander will be pretty exposed. So right now I've got the flamethrower team, my human shield on one side, and the bazooka team human shield on the other. But I still think we want to push these guys forward. So he's going to give this first dice to the 116th Infantry 1st Squad leader. And he's going to get an advance order, 5-inch advance for infantry on the sand, and 9-inch run. And every time you move, you got to take a landmine check for a U.S. unit of any type in advance or run any sand areas, including anything that's got a brown color to any terrain that's brown colored is a landmine check. All right, the sergeant going to get a move on. He's actually going to stop at that low tide soft cover spot, so he won't go the full movement. I want to give him that soft cover. And he's also going to pull an order dice. So the captain still has 1 dice to give out, and then the first squad leader is going to also have a order dice to give out. So here we go. He's taking his landmine check, 10 and under. Passes. The sergeant's going to open fire, and he's got an SMG. He's going to fire at these soldiers on the left here from 916 Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon, 2nd Section. And it'll be 4s for long range, 6 for beyond the normal range, and then hard cover. So he's looking for 7s. When possible. Oh, he sneaks one through. That'll add a pin. And 4s to wound, 5s and 6s to kill, except if it's an NCO, then it's a veteran. Just a pin. All right, with the captain, the Ranger captain, with his 3rd order dice, he's going to give it to the 116th Infantry 1st Squad. The 3 soldiers, one's wounded there on the end. And they have to pass an orders check first at a 10 and under. They pass, get rid of that pin marker. And then now they're going to have to take a landmine check as they pick up their wounded buddy, the 2 soldiers. Now, if it's 1 soldier, it'd be half the advance to drag a soldier. But 2 soldiers, they're going to be able to drag him 5 inches up there to the low tide mark and be in soft cover and work on his wound for the next 2 turns. They won't be able to fire, though, because they're going to use that action to drag the soldier. So here we see if they blow up first. Landmine check, 10 and under. Ooh, they pass. All right, they're going to be moving forward. There we go. Now they'll have 2 turns to work on that wounded soldier. That was all the company Ranger captain's order dice. Now we have the 1 order dice for the 116th Infantry 1st Squad leader. And I think he's going to go ahead and give it to the flamethrower. Oh man, he's going to leave that Ranger captain really exposed. I know they'll move the mortar or the heavy machine gun for the Rangers forward all the way this turn, so that way they'll be able to provide a human shield for the Ranger captain. The flamethrower team receives an advance order. All right, 116th Infantry, 1st Squad flamethrower team receives advance order. They're going to attempt to advance up to low tide cover. And then you pass a landmine check. They pass. There we go. Flamethrower is not going to be in range to fire, but he has a rifleman assistant with him. He has 1 shot. And he's going to take a shot at... Oh, he's going to take a shot. I think he's the guy. He's the guy who, with his rifle, picked off this... this is the 916th Grenadiers Goliath team. Let's go for him again. So it'll be 3s, movement 4s. I think he has that. Oh no, he doesn't get a movement penalty. So it'll be just 6s, I think. Long range, beyond range. Okay, looking for a 6. No, he misses this time. All right, the 116th has got up to the low tide mark here. Plus, over here, took some pins, but made it through to the low tide mark. Just a little further, they'll be in hard cover behind the high tide line along the whole beach here. And now I think you know what, the company commander, he should have been able to shoot too. There's 2 SMGs there, so let's not cheat them out of their shots. They can shoot their weapon and give out some order dice. So they're going to need 3s, long range 4s, beyond range 6s. Oh, they're going to obviously go for the Goliath team. Oh, man. All right, so looking for 6s. Got a hit. Let's add a pin. All right, add the pin. Let's see. Wounded on 4s and dead on 5s or 6s, except if they're NCOs or officers, then it's a veteran. So they killed not the NCO, but they got the other guy down to 1 man and their Goliath like a remote control tank mine. Okay, so with the 2nd soldier killed from the Goliath team, they'll need to pass a morale check at a -2. And he's an NCO himself, so that's going to give him back to be a 9. That's it. I don't think there's any other NCOs nearby enough to help him out. So he's going to be testing at a 9 and under. He passes. It would have been better if he would have failed so he could have retreated up into the trench. Now he's still exposed. All right, now on to this ambush. The 2nd Rangers, 2nd Platoon, snipers on ambush. He's going to advance up to the soft cover behind the sand there and the beach obstacle. And he'll have, as soon as he hits the sand, he's going to have to take a landmine check. If all goes well, he's going to He's an NCO sergeant. He's gonna pull an order dice, and he's gonna give that order dice to the second Rangers, second platoon commander, the first lieutenant, and he will advance as well, and he will be able to pull 2 order dice, and he's going to give them to the soldiers from second platoon, first squad, the fully painted, and he's going to give one of his dice to the 3 soldiers in the front. One has the SMG 2 riflemen, and the second dice will go to the LMG team that's directly in front of the platoon commander. But first, let's see if this sniper's going to pass his landmine check as he hits the sand. Alright, landmine check. Passes. He'll go ahead and open fire. He will not be able to shoot as a sniper, as in hitting on a 3. He'll have to shoot as if he's a regular rifleman because he advanced. But he'll still take a shot. It's going to be 7s, I think. It's going to be 3s. So no matter what, 7s, might as well... I don't see a target close enough to be in everything's long range and beyond range. So we'll just, let's see. We'll go for this. There's one NCO here from 916th, 2nd Platoon, 3rd Section. The leader, section leader. He's red. You can't see him, but he's behind that pin marker. So we'll go for him. So needing a 7? Possible, okay. Alright, might pick him off. Let's see if he can pull it off. No. Okay, so the sniper, he gave his order dice to the platoon commander for 2nd Platoon. And he's going to first give the order dice to the 3 soldiers in the front. They're going to need to take a landmine check, and then if they pass, they'll go 5 inches up, just past that soft cover mark, because, well, I've got to get up the beach, so I like to stop in cover, but sometimes got to keep pushing. So they'll need a 10 and under landmine check. They pass. So no matter their target, it's going to be 7s, I'm pretty sure. So they're going to just throw their 4 shots together. There's 2 riflemen and 1 SMG for the assistant squad leader. They're going to go for up here. They have no pins on them yet. That's the platoon sergeant for the 916th Grenadiers 2nd Platoon. So we're going to go for him, looking for 7s. One possible. See if they can pull it off. No. Alright, the first lieutenant, platoon commander. His second order dice is going to go to the LMG team right in front of him. As soon as they hit the sand, landmine check. Here it comes, landmine check. They pass. So in order for them to shoot, they have to now shoot at a target. It's going to be 7s, be 3 movement, 4 long range, 5 hard cover, 7. But I think if they shoot high enough, so like let's say for the bunker up here, they should be able to shoot over their buddies' heads. Any other target's questionable, unless we go this direction in between. We might do that. Oh, they could go for that last Goliath soldier. No, let's go. I think we can shoot over their heads if we. Probably not. Probably that bulldozer tank's in the way. Okay, we'll go this way then. We'll fire. We'll try to take out that last Goliath soldier. Alright, need 7s. We had a possible. No. Alright, 2nd Platoon Commander is going to now advance. When he hits the sand, landmine check. One would hope that he wouldn't hit a landmine, being that he's walking the same ground that his soldiers walk. But let's see what happens. 10 and under. Oh, they fail. Gonna roll on the landmine chart. Okay, so the landmine explodes. Let's see. On 1, we roll to see if the damage to the soldiers is for a 1-inch or a 2-inch HE. And if it's a 2 or higher, then It misses, does no damage, but they have to go down on that spot. Oh, oh no. This is the first time that's happened, I think, this whole battle. Okay, so now we roll and see if it's a 1 or a 2 inch, or a 1 or 2 inch template. Oh man. I think that's a 1. I think that's just a 1. Alright, so that was a 1 inch HE anti-personnel mine that the 2nd Ranger's 2nd Platoon Commander and his radio man stepped on. It's got to be the radio man. No, come on, it was the lieutenant. He stepped on it. Newbie. Okay, so then they will do D2 pins. 1 pin. And then they're both going to get hit. So they won't be able to go down. They will after they take damage. But it's a plus. So it's going to be 1 pin marker and then +1 to penetration. So they're going to be wounded on 3s and dead on 4-ups. They survive. They take no wounds, just the 1 pin. Oh, lucky. Near-death experience. I think that wraps it up for that ambush. Now we'll have another ambush roll-off. I think over here there's only... I think there's only 1 unit left on ambush. Because 116's 2 snipers already went. That was second Rangers, 2nd Platoon Sniper. Oh, here we go. 1st Platoon Sniper for the Rangers. So yeah, we'll have 1 more ambush roll off, and then the few U.S. units on ambush over here. I think it's just the flamethrower team, center screen, that's on ambush over here. Yeah, so that we won't be spraying that ambush. He's the only reason why this Sergeant Ronald's half track hasn't attacked the 2nd Bazooka team here that gave away their position. So yeah, ambush roll off. Here we go. You'll notice the green D6s and brown D6s. Those are grenades held by soldiers. All right, here comes the ambush roll off. You have a tie. And you're rolling. A tie. Germans. Back in the hedgerows. 6th Fallschirmjäger platoon leader, 1st Lieutenant Reese. He will spring his ambush and he will receive a fire order. He's going to order the 2 soldiers in front of him with assault rifles. And these soldiers are from the 1058 Grenadiers, 2 of the 3 survivors of 2nd Section. And he'll order them to advance because I want to move them, shift them to the right so they can open fire on... Should I attack? No, let's not push it. Let's not lose our guys. So we'll shift them right because they get no movement penalty, and then they'll open fire on the bazooka man. I want to open up a lane of fire so that the 1st lieutenant can... Oh, he won't be able to fire through the hedgerow anyways. Yeah, he can't fire from there through the hedgerow that these soldiers are at. It's the hedgerow's block line of sight. So then you know what they're gonna do is they're gonna get a advance order, and they're gonna, as they're advancing to take these soldiers' position, they'll advance shift right. Have more firepower, more guns on the fire line. Over here we got a strong position too. Okay, let's do it. So advance those soldiers forward. Oh, with his next order dice, his 2nd order dice, he's gonna put Sergeant Ronald on ambush. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet. If I'm gonna push the attack forward. I don't know about with that flamethrower team on ambush. We'll address that in a moment. So ambush for Sergeant Ronald's half track. These soldiers are gonna shift to the right. Okay, they're gonna open fire, and on the 2nd Bazooka team here that gave away their position, they're gonna need threes. Long range? No, it doesn't look like it. I'll measure. No long range. It's only 8 inches, so it'll be threes. Hard cover fives. 4 shots. 1 hit. 1 hit. 1 pin. 4's wounded. 5 and 6 to kill. 2. That is just a pin. Next up, platoon leader, First Lieutenant Reese, 6th Fallschirmjäger, advances into the 1058 Grenadiers, 2nd Section Soldiers, previous position. Gotta kill this bazooka man before next turn. The lieutenant has a SMG, and his a passenger has an assault rifle. So we're looking at 4 shots. Same situation. No long range, so it's going to be hitting on 5s. Same target. One hit again. 2nd pin marker. 4's wounded. 5s and 6 to kill. Just a pin. Sergeant Ronald's going to spring his ambush. We are determined to knock this bazooka man out. So he's going to, from ambush, but he's not going to advance forward. He's actually just going to, should I advance? Because if I get within 6 inches, then I could get him on a 2, movement 3. A 3, movement 4, back to a 3 for close range. Right now, it'd be movement 4. So it ends up being the same. I'll be on a 3 instead of 4. I don't know if we want to move within 6 inches, though. That flamethrower team then could more easily can get me. So I'm going to stay where I'm at. And just advance, just turn on the spot because the turret's jammed. So we gotta turn and face our enemy. Well, let's do it. Okay, he faces his enemy, and 6 shots with the machine gun, or 1 shot with the light AT. Let's go 1 shot. Let's blow him to pieces. That's what he tried to do to us. Revenge. So it's going to be 3s, movement 4s, and wouldn't it be soft cover 5? It would be hard cover normally, but because of the heavy weapon, make it soft cover. Maybe should shoot the gun, the machine gun. Because the machine gun would be 3s, movement 4s, hard cover 6s, but you got 6 shots. Speaking of any other dice here. Or get 1 shot eating 5. I think it makes more sense to shoot the machine gun, actually. Alright, 6 shots, going with the MMG. And it'd be 3 movement 4, hard cover 6s. See if this pays off, going with the machine gun. Looks like we got 1 hit and 1 that's leaning. Yeah, that's leaning a bit much. We'll re-roll that 1. 1-3 rather. Alright, 1 re-roll. Okay, so we got 1 hit out of 6 shots. I'll add a 2nd pin marker. Alright, 2nd Bazooka team has 3 pin markers now. And can we kill him? 4s to wound, 5s and 6s to kill. Got the kill, but it's not going to be Bazooka Man. It's going to be his loader. Damn. Yeah. Now we're going to take a morale check, and he has 3. Let's see. 3-pin, but we got a platoon sergeant here, but he's further than 6 inches away. But we got 3rd Squad Assistant Leader Sergeant Brandon. That'll give him, so make it an 8 and under. We'll have to check if Sergeant or Colonel Sink is within 12 inches. We get a measure, see if we can get some support from the Colonel. Yep, Colonel Sink is close enough. So he'll be testing at a 10 and under. It'd actually be better if he falls back. He'd be hidden again. So if he fails, in morale checks, I don't play that the unit's destroyed, because the only way off this battlefield is to win or die. And so if he fails, he simply falls back, either run on a retreat, or if he can't run like in his position, he has to advance backwards away from the enemy. No freebies, no disappearing units off the table. So they testing at a 10 and under. Let's see what he does. Oh, he fails, which actually is in his interest. He's going to fall back away from the closest enemy soldiers, which is the best thing that could have happened for him. So he's going to end up, he can move 4 inches. He's actually going to end up behind 3rd Squad Assistant Leader Sergeant Brandon with his 3-pin markers. So that was actually the best possible scenario for this 2nd Bazooka man. That was lucky. Now he'll be able to damn near shoot this way, cause hell. Actually, yeah, if either one of these soldiers comes in the way of this cap in the hedgerow, they're in trouble. So is it those who fight and run away live to fight another day? Excellent. And I think with that was the ambushes for 6th Fallschirmjäger Platoon Leader 1st Lieutenant Reese. And yeah, all right. Now, do we have any more ambush roll-offs? I believe so. There's the 2nd Rangers 1st Platoon Sniper. Another ambush roll-off. Next ambush roll-off. Germans. 6th Fallschirmjäger Sniper. Sergeant Neiman. He's in the attic of this building. He was positioned at the end of the attic at the, was that the eave? Or the, I can't think what that window, attic window, where he had a great line of sight, but I don't know what was happening. I think it was the 3-inch, what is this called? The M5 3-inch AT gun. They were looking to hit him on like a 3, I think, so he had to get the heck out of there. And his position, that's right, because they rolled and they spotted him. So he's going to receive he's on ambush. He's going to advance. He's going to go down into the 2nd floor of this building, because he cannot go back when he's been spotted in one position, any sniper, they cannot go back to the same spot and then be instantly hidden again. That doesn't make sense. So he's got to move to a new position. And there's Sergeant Neiman. He's going to go down the doorway there and down the ladder, be on the 2nd floor. All right, there's the sniper. There we go. Is there anybody else the Germans would want to go on ambush right now? Most every other soldiers are. So who's not hidden? Soldier here is no longer hidden from the 1058 Grenadiers 2nd section, the LMG gunner. These soldiers here from the 6th Fallschirmjäger 1st section, they are hidden. Sergeant Jake McNeese from 3rd Squad 506th, he's on he's hidden. So is the 2nd Squad soldier here. So yeah, basically everyone's hidden in the hedgerows and behind hard cover except any soldiers that have fired. So this soldier, these 4 soldiers, a lot of the 506 on this their right flank are still hidden. Bazooka man here, 2nd Bazooka's hidden again. Sergeant Brandon's hidden. The medic's hidden. These 2 soldiers here from 2nd Squad LMG team are not hidden. They fired, I think. Yeah, I think they threw a grenade. I'll have to watch the previous video. I think Sergeant Caleb, the sniper, is still hidden. The BAR soldier here is hidden. Mostly they're hidden. Over here there's some that are not hidden in this area. So anyways, anyone who hasn't fired is hidden. So do the Germans have anybody that really wants to spring an ambush anymore? I don't think so. So I think that there's no need for an ambush roll-off this time. I don't think the Germans... I'm going to leave the Sergeant Jarl from first section, Sergeant Jarl. He's going to stay on ambush and see what the U.S. forces do. And I don't think anybody else is on ambush for the Germans over here. And then over here, the Germans have no one on ambush. So there's no need for an ambush roll-off. I think we only have one more ambush to address, which we will do now. And that way we'll be officially onto that first German order dice. Which, a lot of choices. Well, let's do the ambush first before I get wrapped up in all the choices you get with 100 U.S. order dice and 77 German order dice. It makes for a hell of a adventure. Let's get over here to this Ranger Sniper soldier on ambush. I believe the last U.S. soldier on ambush that we're going to activate before we get this turn. The first dice of this turn finally. Second Rangers, Company C. First platoon sniper is going to spring his ambush. He's going to receive an advance order, and before he advances, though, he's going to pull his one dice as an NCO, and he's going to give it to the first platoon commander. And he's a lieutenant, and he'll be able to also pull two dice. So first we will, they're both going to be in advance orders. The sniper and the platoon commander for first platoon. Okay, sniper's not going to advance yet. He gave his order to the first platoon commander. The first lieutenant is going to advance, but first he's going to order the... How should we do this? Two soldiers can drag that wounded soldier forward a lot better than one. And where's our medic at? Let's see if we can get our eyes on the medic here. No, I don't see the medic. The first platoon. Huh. Where'd that medic go? No matter. We're going to drag him forward first anyways. Alright, so first of all, the platoon commander is going to order the first platoon, first squad assistant leader and his two soldiers with rifles. They're going to get an advance order. And they're going to be able to move that's their advanced dice out there in the front. That's 5 inches. So they're going to take a landmine check as they get running forward here. They pass. Okay, and then one of these soldiers, I guess the assistant squad leader, he's going to actually help drag that wounded LMG loader forward. So platoon commander is going to also give an order dice to the LMG team here from first squad, and they're gonna advance because I want to drag that guy forward. So the assistant squad leader for first squad there, he is going to join. He's going to basically join the LMG team for the time being. And they'll have to take a landmine check also, but these first two soldiers can advance. They've passed. Soldier on the right has a BAR, and he's going to open fire. He's got line of sight on this bunker up here, and the MMG team from 916th second platoon. They are not on the roof. They are right inside that window, or in the bunker behind that window. So it's going to be 7s because they're in a bunker. So 2 shots in 7s. 1 possible. Oh yeah, let's kill one of these gunner. Maybe we can get the gunner. Nope. And then the rifleman, he'll take 1 shot, needing 7s. No good. Okay, let's get back over here now. So next up, landmine check for 1st platoon, 1st squad assistant leader, and the LMG gunner. They're going to drag that wounded loader forward. Landmine check. They pass. And they won't be able to fire because they're dragging the wounded soldier. Next up, I think we'll get this 1st platoon sniper. He'll have to take that landmine check when he reaches the sand. Landmine check. Passes. He'll go ahead and shoot. He'll be hitting on 7s though as a regular rifleman against the same target. MMG in the bunker. Next turn he'll be able to hit him on a 3 through the bunker, but he advanced, so he can't shoot as a sniper. That's a miss. We're going to get you next time though. Actually, correction, he would still be hitting on a 7 even as a sniper because of the fact that it's in a bunker. But maybe that's not reasonable. Maybe it should be maybe on a 6 he can still shoot through the bunker, through the small slit there. I don't know. He's a sniper. Let me think about it for next turn. Okay, lastly, platoon commander is going to advance, and he's just going to head 4 inches forward because he loses an inch as he's in the water. Same thing that happened to the sniper. Landmine check. They pass. Better than the 2nd platoon commander's luck. Maybe not. He didn't die. He survived. They both have SMGs, the radio operator and the platoon commander. They're going to open up, needing 7s on the same target. All misses. And I believe that was our last ambush for the U.S. forces. Except over on the hedgerows. Like I mentioned, that flamethrower for the 506, but they're going to stay on ambush. And then for the Germans, there's just the 6 Fallschirmjäger 1st section assistant leader who's still on ambush. Yeah, as I designed this game, it took me like months to draw it up, come up with all the details, and I remember how epic it seemed it was going to be, and it turned out that way. It's a long battle, but well, I think that takes us to the first dice of 0800 hours, turn 16. Finally. But I'm going to call it a night, and tomorrow night is a build night, and then back to this battlefield, and we'll get to the first dice finally.